Akwabi from Tech Kids Africa. You know what? Tuesday is Legal Tuesday, so we're looking at matters tech, and we're going to look at 3 stories. I hope we'll have enough time to do the 3 stories. And one of them is the fact that Bitcoin is introduced. Bitcoin has been introduced into Africa's largest slum, and with risks and reward, we'll look at that. And then also African trade bloc COMESA has launched digital payment system. And then there's also high-tech, high yields. The Kenyan farmers deploying AI to increase productivity. Good morning, Paul.
Morning too, Miriam.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's start with Bitcoin in Kibera / crypto in informal settlements. What do you think has made Bitcoin appealing in an environment like Kibera?
Okay, thank you so much for that. Actually, you see, Bitcoin, as much as it's a rare currency, it's a digital currency, first of all, that it has the same value globally.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that somebody in Kibera is still able to buy and sell anything without any extra transaction with anyone else who is either in US, in China, anywhere in this world.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing is it's something that is assisting them. And if you look at, if it was to convert the Kenyan money into the dollar first, there's a lot that you're losing in between. Actually, we're talking about for 1,000 shillings,
mm-hmm.
if you convert 1,000 shillings to Kenyan shillings to dollar, and you return back, you're going to lose around 30 shillings. So if you do it just 3 times, it means that you're losing around 100 shillings.
Mm-hmm.
So for a transaction of 10,000 shillings, for example, Kenyan money, you're losing a whole 1,000 shilling. 1,000 shilling means a lot to somebody who's staying at the slum. So with Bitcoin, you get that there's no
transaction cost.
There's no transaction cost because all of you are decentralized in one system. Actually, globally, we are having 21 million Bitcoin or cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
it's a fixed amount. Okay, 21 million might look like it's less. If you convert that, because one Bitcoin is around 14,700, almost 15,000 Kenyan shillings. Not 15 million Kenyan shilling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So for the 21 million, we are talking about Bitcoin globally that is not going to change, to rise or fall. We're talking about 310 trillion. Yeah.
Okay.
That is in excess of people across the world. So we have not even depleted that.
Maybe we should have started with understanding what Bitcoin is.
Tumeanza na rush.
Let's go back to understanding what Bitcoin is.
Manake millions. Unataja millions.
Yeah, actually, okay, I'm mentioning millions, but when you're trading, you're using cents of Bitcoin. You're not really using even one Bitcoin. Yeah. So you'll just use 0.000 something. Yeah, that is like the 50 bob, the 20 bob, and it remains standard. Now, let me introduce
Bitcoin.
Yeah. So Bitcoin is just a digital currency that is in digital form. There's no physical representation of Bitcoin. The way we are having, I think right now, the way we are having even our money on our phones.
E-wallets.
Yes, the e-wallets. But now it's in Kenyan shilling, but it still has a representation of physical money.
Okay.
So the same way you have just your money, that is how Bitcoin is. But now the only difference is it doesn't have a physical representation. Yeah.
Physical representation.
But now the system that operates Bitcoin is more secure that you cannot be hacked. Yes. The same way you get these complaints of your M-Pesa has been hacked. And again, if you transfer your money from one place to another, you'll get the transaction cost. So your money gets reducing. So if, for example, having 1,000 shillings in Bitcoin, I can transfer to you 1,000 shillings without any charges.
High change.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it operates within a system.
Yeah.
And with the Bitcoin, since it's using the blockchain technology, you get that it's easy to know how many people have how much But right now, with even our currency, Kenya, we don't know who has how much. And it's a bit hard because we're having some people who have kept money inside their houses.
Overseas.
Yes.
Okay.
Other people have put overseas. So with this one, you cannot put overseas, you cannot put anywhere if you have enough. Yes.
Yeah. So it's still on this story. Some users again in Kibera now hold it says 70 to 80% of their net worth in Bitcoin.
Yes.
From your perspective, is that reckless or maybe revolutionary, or is it a bit of both?
It's not reckless. I think it's even a better investment because Bitcoin keeps on fluctuating, but mostly actually adding more value.
Oh, so it doesn't dip?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, even if it dips, it doesn't go far. It's something a bit standard. And you get that when you're talking about Kibera, most of these people are people who are not having bank accounts.
Yes.
Because of the transaction costs that come along with it.
Yeah.
These are people that the transaction cost with mobile money is a bit also more expensive. If they have to send money to just 3 people a day, that's around 30 bob for every transaction. And we're talking about below 2,000 shillings, 2,000, 2,500. That is anything from 100 to that amount. This person is in business. Losing 100 shillings when you're based at the slum is a lot of money. That because there are so many families there that are surviving below $1, below 100 shillings. Actually, with 50 shillings, somebody has bought vegetables worth 10 or 20 shillings and they are able to survive within a day. So 100 shillings is a lot of money. So Bitcoin comes in to really assist them in saving all these costs and also speeding up the operation. They're using the QR code in doing the transaction.
Yeah.
You just put the amount that you want, you're paying, you scan there, and that transaction is more swift.
Yeah.
And no one can hack the system.
Okay.
Sasa
Uliza tu.
koroga mambo ya Bitcoin. Mbona huko Kibera?
Yes.
Hii nchi ni kubwa.
Yes.
Why Kibera?
Now, I think I'll remind you, some time back we had Bangladesh.
Yeah, hapa Bangladesh.
Yes,
I remember that one.
Yeah,
Nilikuwa hata nikupatia na huo mfano.
Exactly. Now, I want you to get, Bangla is also a slum.
Yes.
So right now you're asking why Kibera. Now, the reason why you get that some of these cheaper ways of transacting are getting easily their way into slums, it's because within slums, these are people who like to save every coin and every cent. If you go the likes of Kilimani, the likes of Nyali, people don't mind having even a 1,000 shillings as a transaction cost because they have money and they're moving huge money anyway. But in Kibera, it really matters. In Bangladesh, it matters. So actually, Bangladesh used to work same like Bitcoin without any transaction. That's why they created it just to control the value that is happening there. So this Bitcoin now serves exactly what now the people in the slums will really relate with and work with, especially in terms of cost effectiveness and also just them being able to save. Because when you save on Bitcoin, you get that your money is a bit more stable in value. And again, you don't have any charges of opening like a bank account, opening a bank account, yet it still stores your money in a more secure way.
Paul,
yes.
Naomba hapa tuelewane.
Yes.
Because leo ni kama mnataka kunikoroga.
Yeah.
Huyu mtu ako na hiyo umeita Bitcoin
yes.
ama cryptos whatever,
yes,
hiyo pesa ya online.
Yeah.
Ameipataje?
Yes.
Tuanzie hapo.
Okay. Kwanza kitu ya kwanza, I know where the problem is. Us calling it a coin, yet it doesn't have a physical representation. I know, first of all, decoding that at times can just be a problem on itself.
Also, like, how do I, if I have 500 shillings cash,
inakwaje?
How do I convert it
into hiyo kitu?
Into, is it crypto?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I convert it to that so that now I also have
niko na hela
the
sasa
currency?
huko?
We're so lost.
Actually, you see, this is so simple.
Break
Look
it down.
Wewe tu.
No, let me explain to you. Yes.
to you.
You see, for example, when you do the mobile money,
Yes.
that is digital money.
Yeah.
But how do you get the digital money on your phone? You go to the agent
Yes.
and deposit. You take your physical money, buy the digital money, and
Yes.
Anakuwekea.
they
Yes.
push the digital money on your phone.
Yeah.
Ndio,
That's the same way with now crypto. But now with crypto, you buy with now the
Kenyan money.
The Kenyan money. Then you are given now that digital money.
Now where do you buy?
We have a platform online just for you to buy.
Okay.
Yeah, you just check. Then
So I can change my 1,000 bob into that thing.
yes. It will come 0.000 something.
Hata si one ni 0.
It can't. One Bitcoin I've told you is 15 million Kenyan shillings.
So what's the value of Salim's 1,000 shillings?
Huko kwa Bitcoin.
When he converts it to Bitcoin?
Yeah, we can just do that's a simple mathematics. Just 1,000
We fanya
divided
tu.
by
Wacha. Leo lazima hapa tujue ukweli. Kuna mwingine alikuja hapa alikoroga hiki kichwa. Leo wewe umekuja unasema vitu zingine.
So yeah, that is 0.000066667. Roughly 0.4 zeros, then 7. That's the value.
1,000.
Yes, of 1,000 shillings.
Okay.
But you see, you cannot lose even a cent once you're having
It is
it.
okay.
Yeah.
So you can't lose it.
Tunaenda step by step.
But and again, if
Yeah.
I wanted to sell to you, somebody wants to
That
do
now.
now the people now who are doing that as a business, I can sell it slightly higher than how I bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a more stable currency, and it also continue adding value. Yeah. The good thing is, you see, with that type of currency, if you're buying, for example, a car from somebody who's in Japan, you're not going to incur the SWIFT charges, conversion charges to a different currency, either to Chinese yen or USD. Yeah, because all that also eats a lot of your money that you could have used it on something else. And again, we're talking about the context being the slum. So when the context is the slum, automatically you get that any amount saved is really valuable amount. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, security, because again, they're looking into the security mostly on the local mobile banking. We've been having a lot of breaches whereby people have been losing a lot of money. And also, apart from just losing a lot of money, we've been having a lot of security issues generally. If you have physical money, mtu anaweza kupiga tu ngeta, kunyang'anye. There's so many things that can happen. But with Bitcoin, you're a bit more safe when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to Comesa.
Yeah.
We are learning.
Yeah.
We are learning.
Yeah.
So Comesa has also launched a digital retail payment platform. And this is to allow cross-border trade settled in local currencies.
Yeah.
And it aims to cut out USD conversion.
Yes.
Break this down.
All right. I think if you've been following up, you realize there's been a huge battle, even with USD, just globally.
Yes.
Even the likes of China joining Russia to come up with a different currency. I think with also South Africa was part of the deal.
Yes.
The reason is, you see, USD is a standard currency that is controlling the global economic flow. But we are losing a lot of money. Every time you convert to USD, actually you get that US is earning something from any transaction that is related to the USD. Now, and the charges are a bit high and a bit harsh, especially for local trades. Yeah. You get that majorly. Let me talk about maybe setup like a context of Europe. Europe, mostly they use either dollars or euros. But now, since they're using dollars or euros, anytime they buy anything from a different country, Belgium, somebody buys something from France and any countries just around, they're not incurring any extra cost. But look at the setup of Kenya, Tanzania, and just Uganda, basically. You get that if you go to Uganda, you cannot use your Kenyan money to buy anything. You'll have to convert it to
Ugandan money, yeah.
By converting to Ugandan money, you're losing
You're
some
losing
value.
yeah.
And at times you get that you can convert it. Maybe I remember there's a time I went to Rwanda, converted Kenyan money to Rwanda, to Rwandese money. Then at some point, I did not use the money. I converted now it back. I got less amount. You get that? I've not even done any trade, but again, I'm losing the value of the money that I haven't even used. Now, within the COMESA countries or union, they have realized that there's a lot of money business people are losing in between. And this is in chunks of billions when you look at it within a year.
Yeah.
That also no country is within the East African community is gaining that money to use it even in the economic development. So they decided, you see what, we can have actually a digital platform that has more or less charges to especially business people, so that we're able to save a lot. And the more we are saving, the more we're improving also the economical standards within the communities within the East and Central Africa.
So does that mean if I wanna trade,
Yes.
Let's say I have 100K and I want to buy something,
Yes.
in Uganda, right? So that means I do not have to convert.
Yes, you don't have to convert.
Yeah.
When you're using that platform, you don't have to convert.
Yeah.
But again, you get that the transaction cost is also very less, because it's the platform you're using still is able to give the Uganda person his money in his local currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For how transformative could this be in practice?
Yeah.
And actually, how transformative could it be?
Actually, you see, for example, we have had also issues with different countries fighting for Africa. We need like one type of currency.
Yes.
Again, you see, for the whole of Africa to unite, sometimes it is a bit a challenge, because we are having a different community. It's a bit hard, even from the AU side. I think you've seen even how the voting patterns usually look like. It's a bit tricky. Now, when it comes to COMESA, it's a bit. These are countries that have a huge correlation when it comes to within the East and Central Africa region. Almost every country talks a bit of Kiswahili. We have tried to localize ourselves, so it's easy because these are fewer countries when it comes to unity. Now, what happens to when it comes to such kind of a platform? This is going to improve a lot of efficiency and effectiveness, and also they're trying just to control the amount of money within the East and Central Africa, not to still go back to the European countries. As I've told you, anytime we convert to USD, you get that the owners of that currency are earning by that conversion, as we are losing. Yet our currencies are not stable currencies. Yeah, Kenyan currency, Uganda, these are very weak currencies that they cannot be standardized currencies the way the likes of the dollar and the euros are out here. Actually, the dollar is the most stable currency, as much as it has even as lesser value compared to sterling pounds and sterling pounds and euros, because at times sterling pounds and euros go even below the dollar, but the dollar has a lot of stability because it has existed for a very, very long time, and it was the first standard currency to be initiated, and because it was brought in after the trading using the gold. So it's the one, like, if you want to buy gold, you have to use USD. Actually, the dollar. The dollar is like the currency used to buy the gold. So it is controlling that. Again, also the likes of Europe and UK saw that coming. So many years ago, when Africans, we didn't even know what to do. We were still doing a lot of barter trade. And as you can see, you'll get that USD is owned from the US, sterling pound from UK, then the euros from the European countries. Then they decided, you see what, we will strengthen our currencies and be the ones who are earning from it and trading along. But still, either way, you get that USD still takes the day at the end of the day. Yeah. But now these other currencies become a bit obsolete for them to function within the markets. They have a lot of fluctuations. In Africa, it's even a bigger problem. The reason is Africa. You see, the whole of Africa is close to how the whole of US is, the whole of Europe is. But again, imagine US being broken down to smaller countries. So that is what Africa is. And again, given different valuation of currencies. So our currencies become even more weaker because they're serving also smaller population and smaller economic activities within certain places, because also the value of these currencies is able to rise depending on economic activities happening there. How much do you exchange? If you go to countries like maybe Zambia, you get that people can stay without buying anything for even a month. So long as you have just maybe salt, the rest of the things you can get from either your neighbor. He comes to pick vegetables from your farm, and he'll give you maybe a chicken. And so they still exist in a barter trade way.
Oh, that happens.
Yes, it happens. And they still correlate very well.
That's
And that's why we get that even their currency doesn't have much value, because there's no much economic activities also happening when it comes to trade.
Okay. I like that you mentioned Zambia, because the platform is being trialed between Malawi and Zambia. What should stakeholders, especially government, banks, fintechs, monitor during the pilot phase?
I think even the biggest reason why it's Malawi and Zambia, it's because they're countries of less economical activities. If you try it in Kenya, it will fail on arrival because of the huge economic activities going on. Actually, Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, there's a lot going on in terms of just exchange and flow of money. So Malawi and Zambia, these are areas that can be well tested. They are able to really monitor the growth, the uptake slowly. So majorly the fintech, this is a side that is a bit slower for them to be able to learn how the flow of this currency is going to be. And also it's because Malawi and Zambia, they usually call Malawian dollar or something. So they still don't have like their own stable currency even within their own localities. So it becomes a better area to test that, since they don't have like anything, or they don't have anything that they can cling on, that this is ours. Like in Kenya, I think you've seen even the battle before of almost every president was coming with like he has to be in a certain in a currency, either the coin or the note and all that. And it's a more stable currency when it comes to Kenya. But Zambia and Malawi, their currency, they're still open to any currencies. Actually, there are places you can go just with the normal dollar or euro, and you just do your transaction. You don't have to really convert it to Zambian money. But in Kenya, it's a bit tricky. I think you've seen even in different businesses. Even in Rwanda, I believe Rwanda might be the next one. Rwanda also, you can just go with the dollar in most of the shops and just do your transaction, purchase anything you want and go.
Now, ukishasema hivyo Paul, ni kitu gani ambacho kwamba kinaifanya umeshaeleza kwamba ni ngumu kuja Kenya, Tanzania na Uganda, kwanza na Kenya na whatever East Africa. Lakini kule ni rahisi. Ikiwa ni ngumu kuanza hapa Kenya, na Kenya sisi tunajichukulia tuko hivyo, kwamba kiuchumi tuko juu. Kwa nini kusije wasiinge ka kitu chengine ambacho kwamba kina nguvu zaidi, tuki-equate na dola, ili kianzie kwenye mataifa ambapo kwamba tuseme yameendelea kidogo kwenye hii kanda, kuliko hiyo ambapo kwamba wanaenda kuanzia kwa hao watu kubadilisha na kuku, mchicha na sukuma wanaenda kununua dukani.
Sasa unajua kitu cha kwanza ni Kenya pia tuna protect currency yetu. We have not also bought into that idea fully. Something else you need to understand, Kenya already has a very strong basis when it comes to the digital currency itself. Right now in Kenya, more than 50% I think you had nani akiongelea CEO this nini wakisema they're serving more than half of the GDP inapitia through the mobile money. Mona. So that tells you that in Kenya we are the digital currency itself in tunaoperate nayo Kenya is very, very strong. Already we have solutions. The likes of Zambia, still these are systems that are not in practice. So it's easier to start from there. And again, it's usually easy to start from a place where you're doing a pilot because it doesn't have like much, because pilots mostly inakuwa na very few people, a bit manageable, na nini the environment pia iko easy to manage. Juu hakuna a lot of economic activity. Kenya, I think we are doing close to 40 or 50,000 transactions, 50 million transactions within a day. So you cannot use such a place to do a test. You just need to check your system and make sure it's working before you come into plug into that particular system. So that is among the reasons why wakaamua wacha tuanzie Zambia na Malawi. Yeah, kwa sababu transaction level hapa kidogo iko chini. And especially when it comes to digital transactions. Yes. Kwa sababu unapata kuna digital na kuna physical. Uko mostly transactions ziko ni physical. Ile ya pesa nipe, nimekupea, nimebeba kwa begi, hivyo. So plugging in a digital platform, it becomes easy for them to uptake pole wakisonga mbele. Kenya ukiplug in tuko na so many options already.
All right, let's now go to the last story of the day, where AI apps are increasingly popular among small-scale farmers seeking to improve the quality and quantity of their crop.
Yes.
So in this particular story, it says that the small-scale farmers using AI tools, that is virtual agronomist, plant village to improve yields, diagnose pests, and refine fertilizer use. In your view, what is this app for AI in smallholder farming? What is it?
Actually, you see, in Kenya, especially on the agriculture, Kenya, we are having more than 7.5 million farmers.
Yeah.
You need to understand that's a huge number. And I think it should be the biggest number that of a sector that is earning from people earning from a specific sector.
Yeah.
Because even teachers that we feel like we only have around 400,000 teachers. Even the government itself has not really employed up to around 7 million people. So this is the biggest, these are the biggest economic movers or people earning from one sector as farmers. Now, remember when you're talking about even these farmers, we're having also the supply chain and all that. So these are just farmers that we're identifying who are making a living in one way or the other. Now, with this number of farmers, there's a lot of money that they've been losing. The government structure, again, like I'll talk about also agriculture as an industry. Agriculture is halfly devolved within the constitution. So there's a bit of agriculture handled by the county government and another portion handled by the national government. So we are having extension officers. Now extension officers, hawa ni ofisa wenye inatakikana wakuwa wanaenda kuangalia kuserve our farmers within the need. Ni kama ukikuja kwa education, kuna curriculum support officers wenye hao kazi yao ni kuvisit mashule kuangalia hiyo implementation quality yake. Tukikuja sasa kwa agriculture au ni extension officers. But now there's a problem with that already, kwa sababu kuna ratio ya one extension officer against 1,100 farmers. There's no magic that can happen. Huyo extension officer akuwe able to serve all the farmers. Yes. It's close to just impossible. Remember when you're talking about farming, we're talking about even livestock as part of the ninia ya farming, because it falls within the nini yote ya farming. Now, what happens within that particular structure? Our farmers getting their services has been a problem, a huge problem. Wakichukua soil sample upeleke kutest, it takes 3 months, sometimes 6, sometimes hata upati jibu ama unapata due to human error ama wanataka tu pesa, corruption and all that, they'll give you wrong results. So that one has made, it's a bit expensive. It goes about, I think, depending with areas, minimum of around 10,000. It goes up to 20, sometimes even 30. Just a soil sample. Ndio sasa after soil sample upate tena mtu akufanyia interpretation, then ujue ni which type of fertilizer to use, which type of crops to also plant them. Now, right now we are having just AI app yenye unapata, it charges you only 300 shillings. You just scan the soil, it tests the soil pH and other minerals, activities, properties zenye ziko kwa soil, gives you feedback instantly to tell you the type of soil yenye hii iko, kama ni which type of fertilizer kuput, which type of crops that can be yielded within that particular place. Remember inakuja na mpaka geolocation. So with geolocation ikipin your location, it's able to capture also data ya weather all across na kupatia prediction ya mpaka when are you supposed to also plant certain type of crops. Kama ni January, you plant January kwa sababu maybe from February mvua itakuwa inakuja. This is intensive information that the farmer used to spend a lot of money to be able to get. Na again, hii tulikuwa tunamaanisha those big farmers when walikuwa na earn a lot of money. For a small scale farmer mwenye maybe akutuna just between an acre to around 5 or even 10, 30,000 is a lot of money, or 20,000. It's a lot of money yenye ingemsaidia kufanya vitu mingi sana. So with such kind of an app, amesave a lot. Na the more anasave, the more hata yeye kwa na amepata accurate information, the more ana increase the production, na pia the more anaweza uza more affordable, na unapata when it comes to things like food security, already we will be doing well. Now kuna now after using that app, now there's this the Plant Village. Plant Village is just a free app. Na apart from Plant Village, hata ukiingia tu kwa nini yako ya ya Gmail, not Gmail, Google, uende pale kwa photo, just go take a picture of any plant, iulize kwanza hata ini which type of plant, ama iulize any disease. Kama ni disease ukianza kuona ni kama zina change color, so you just scan, then it's able to give you feedback ya kukuonyesha kwa hii feedback, hii ni this kind of disease, na you need to use this kind of pesticides for you to be able to fight these diseases. Now right now mostly watu wamekuwa wakitumia ile traditional or generational, unapata sijui ni nini, hebu tuulize mzee fulani kwa sababu amekuwa farmer for a very long time. Then now that mzee tells you ilikuwa ikifanyika hivi, I think we do a certain thing. He'll give you also a traditional way, yet kuna even more better approaches to such kind of
and I think that's what I want to ask, like how do you balance between AI's scientific insights and preserving the farmers' traditional know-how, because the farmers, they got it right.
Yes, that is true. The farmers got it right. Number one, I want us to agree on something, but those traditional farmers wana keep on wakifed. Mi na wewe tuko hapa town, tutawai jua ni nani mwenye amekuwa farmer for long. We need to capture to
preserve the knowledge.
The knowledge. So your knowledge tunaipreserve aje. Now AI, what AI does is AI learns from data sets. Nona inafunzwa na certain data. Now what we're doing right now with AI, right now it might not be 100% accurate, but with time it will be. Why? It's getting a lot of data from all over the world. So unapata Kenya, the more unapata hii disease imekuja na ikanisi, unapata pale kuna paka rating. Mostly tunakuanga na rating. So the rating shows that yes, this worked for me, thank you so much. Ikikuwa low inaonyesha this did not work for me. Already the system is using that data. Every time you take a picture, it loads within the data set. Ina compile hizo picha. So wanajua hii picha we ikionyesha nini, the leaf inakaa hivi, most likely this is the disease. So unapata chances of that not being that particular disease itakuwa less the more hii system inaendelea kutumika. So with time unapata that knowledge retention itakuwa easier, na unapata anybody can be empowered enough to be a very good farmer who will not have losses. Than right now we kuenda kukua farmer na hauna much knowledge na anyone else to refer from.
Ni rahisi.
Yeah.
Okay. Hapo kwa kilimo, I rest my case.
So there's a lot happening out here.
Kwa kilimo, I rest my case.
There's a lot happening. You're a farmer. What do you think about the...
It is good. Nishajaribu.
Yeah? Okay.
It's nice. Sinaona hata niko very relaxed.
Yes. Okay, I like that.
Kwingine kwa Bitcoin ndo kidogo.
Huko mlikuwa mnanikoroga. Kizungumkuti.
Okay, Paul, what is currently happening at Tech Kids Africa?
Yeah, actually, thank you so much for asking that.
Yeah.
I would have forgotten if you did not ask. This weekend, on Saturday, we are having a hackathon. Mm-hmm. We are having 5 schools that went to visit Bulkstream, a logistic company, to just understand how the industry work, the sensors and all that. That is at the Kenya Ports Authority. So they saw how a conveyor belt picks different products from the ship through the conveyor belt till they are put into the silos. And we're talking about the likes of clinker that is used to make cement. We're talking about fertilizers, also different types of fertilizers, the way they are picked, the way they're packaged, put in lorries and get into the supply chain just generally to the community level. And also grains, the way they are picked from the ship and stored generally. Now, different sensors are being used, different robotic things are being used there. So after visiting all that, they went back to school, started brainstorming about different solutions. So on Saturday, they'll be now coming up with solutions, both on robotics and using softwares. Solutions that are going to improve the logistic industry ecosystem. Now, why we are doing this is because we are bridging the gap between the academia and the industry. Ile maneno ya watu wamemaliza shule lakini sasa anatafuta kazi kwa sababu their skills don't match even what the market needs, inaenda kupungua ama inaenda kuisha totally, because we are involving the learners in secondary school to be also the contributors of the current industry in terms of improving technology, so adding like AI systems that can really assist, because they saw a few systems that were a bit manual, and they have started coming up with very brilliant ideas to transform the entire ecosystem.
So this is happening on Saturday. Where, at what time?
On Saturday we'll be at KPA Terminal 1, and we'll be having from 8 in the morning all the way, because morning hours they'll just be finishing up their innovations. Then from afternoon it will be now a pitching battle or a pitching tournament for them to showcase to the world what they have come up with to show people also the capacity, the talent they have, and what they have to offer also. Yes.
All right then. Thank you so much, Palakobi, for making time and for breaking down stories that are making headlines in the tech space. From us to you, we want to say bye. It's been a good Tuesday.